Hello class, this video is going to be about the math worksheets that came in our May packet. We're going to do these two packets together in the same video. Since these are going to be assigned in the same week, we can just knock math out in one video because these can go as fast or slow as you want them to be. For the sake of the video, I'm not going to use real objects. I'm just going to count the pictures, and then you guys at home can follow along with whatever real objects you're going to use to count. So hopefully you have this many of the variety of coins. That would be great if you could use the real coins. You can even put them on top of the pictures. They kind of are about the size of the coin that you can put, so you're counting real objects. And then when we get into the graph, I'm kind of just going to go through it relatively fast. The graphs are a bit more abstract, but again, like we talked about last month, we can talk about the color, we can talk about the shape. So if you want to go ahead and color this in different colors so you can bring attention to your student, you can do that too. So, but just for the sake of the video, I'm just going to keep it as is with what you guys have, and you guys can follow along. So I just, to do these, to circle the answers, you can use some sort of writing utensil, a bingo blotter, a marker. I'm going to use this pen here, but that's all you really need to do these worksheets. And then the real objects that you're going to be counting. The highest that we're going to be counting to in the worksheets is 10. And then, so if you have like 9 pennies that you can grab, that would be great. And then 9 things, that would be great to go along with. So you can pause the video and go grab your things if you need to. Okay, so here we go. Let's jump into this first worksheet here. We're going to be counting. Now, this month is May, and one of the holidays in May is Mother's Day. And so for our worksheet, we're going to talk about our friend Ryan, and Ryan is biting. I hope he's not biting. Ryan is buying items for the Mother's Day breakfast. So it looks like he's going to buy some napkins. He's going to buy some spoons, some cups, and some bowls. So we're going to see how much these things cost. So he's paying in coins. We see coins on the worksheet, and I'm going to fold it so that we see only what we're counting here. Okay, so first we're going to see how much, sorry for the shaking there, how much he's going to spend on the napkin. How much does it cost? Count the coins. So we're going to count the coins. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Great counting. So 9, it costs 9 cents to buy napkins. Great, great, great. And those are pennies, so they count by 1. All right. The next one is going to be a little different. It looks like we're counting nickels, and nickels are worth 5 cents. So we're going to count by 5s. We're going to see how much the spoon costs. It looks like it's going to cost 1, 2, 3 nickels, and that is worth 5, 10, 15 cents. So he's spending 15 cents on spoons. 3 nickels equals 15 cents. Great. All right, the next one, it looks like we're going to count how much it costs to buy the cups. Now, the coins that it's showing here are dimes. Dimes are the little silver guys. They're worth 10 cents each. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dimes, or if we count by tens, that's 10, 20, 30, 40. 40 cents for the cups. Great. 4 dimes equals 40 cents. The last money we're going to count here is for these bowls, it looks like. For the bowls, how much will it cost? So down here, looks like we are counting quarters. Quarters are the big silver guys. They're worth 25 cents each. So we have 1, 2 quarters. 2 quarters equals 50 cents. If we count by their value, that's 25 plus 25 equals 50. So 50 cents for the bowls. great counting. So now we know how much they cost. Great counting. I'm going to turn the page. It's all wrinkly now, but that's okay. We're going to count some items again. I'm going to fold it in half again, actually, so we are only seeing what we're counting. It says Mary Beth is counting items in the school flower garden. She counts 4 shovels, and she counts 2 pots. How many items does Mary Beth count all together? Remember that word all together means we're going to add. We're going to put it together all together. So the numbers are going to get bigger. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Great adding, everybody. 4 plus 2 equals 6. Well, let's flip it down. Ryan and Randy are planting flowers in the school garden. That's nice of them. Ryan plants 3 flowers, and Randy plants 5 flowers. How many flowers do they plant all together? Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The answer is 8. 3 plus 5 equals 8. We'll write the number 8. 8 flowers all together. Great counting. All right, our last page in this packet is some more things to count. It looks like we're still in our garden. We're counting things in the garden. This time, our math equations are written horizontally, so they'll look a little different, but we can do it. We're smart. Danielle is counting items in the school flower garden. She counts 1 bag of soil and 6 seeds. How many items does Danielle count all together? All right, all together, we're going to count it all together. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The answer is 7. 1 plus 6 equals 7. 1 plus 6 equals 7. All right, our last equation in this packet, our friend Randy is back. Randy is sorting items for the school flower garden. He sorts 6 flowers and he sorts 3 pots. How many items does Randy sort all together? 6 plus 3, let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6 plus 3 equals 9. Great job. Cool. We did our equations. Way to go. We can set that aside into our done pile. And we'll bring out our graph. You guys can go ahead and pause this and restart the video if you're going to do it over different days. That's totally fine too. I just wanted to group them together for the video. So we have our graph packet here. The title of our graph is Number of Students with Different Colored Hair. So again, for the month of May, we're talking about genes and traits and how we get our traits the way that we look from our genes. That's from our DNA. So this graph, right, graphs are picture representations of numbers, and we're going to talk about the color of hair. So we're talking about hair color. My hair color is blonde. There is blonde hair, there's red hair, brown hair, and black hair. Those are the main natural colors of hair that people can have. Maybe somebody could have gray hair too, or they could put some colors in their hair to make it look a different color. But right now for this graph, we're just talking about black, brown, red, and blonde. Great. So let's see what kind of questions we're going to be asked about our graph. They want us to find out which group had more, right? So we're going to look for the bigger. More is bigger. Which had less, or the smallest group. Okay, so we're going to look for the biggest group, the smallest group. Were there any that were the same? Okay, so any that are the same. size or have the same number. What was the highest number? Okay, so we're going to look for the highest number, the biggest number, and then which was your favorite? So for questions 1 through 4, there is a right or wrong answer, but number 5, you get to choose the answer. Whatever you say is the right answer for you. Cool. All right, more, less, same, and the highest number. So let's take a look back at our graph. We read the title. We know the groups, blonde, red, brown, and black. And let's look at the groups that they go to. If you want, you can draw a line from the box to the pie chart if you want, so you know which they go to. The black is the black, brown is this bigger chunk here, red goes here, and blonde goes here. All right. So the first thing that I see is the biggest part of the graph, this part right here. Now let's see which hair color is this biggest group. It says that it's brown, and there's a number. It says 261 brown. So that means 261 students had brown colored hair, and that's the biggest. The biggest is brown colored hair. The next biggest group that I see belongs to black, and the number is 84, so that means 84 students had black hair. The next one I see is blonde. That's the next biggest on our little key here. That gray kind of matches this. The number is 110. So 110 students had blonde hair. So 110 is actually bigger than 84, which means that there were more blonde students than black-haired students. And then the last grouping up here is red hair with 33. So that's the smallest little sliver of our pie graph, that 33 students had red hair. All right. Great job reading the graph. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and actually rip this off and put it onto my clipboard. I'm going to write my name on the top of the page, Miss P. So we've got this ready to answer our questions, and you can reference the grid next to it. All right, question 1 says, which had more? So which color, which shape is the biggest, right? So this one right here was the biggest, and that one belongs to brown. So we're going to look for this picture here, brown, and I know it's hard to see without color, but that's where your grown-ups or whoever's going to help you is going to help you. So we're going to circle brown. Which had more? Brown hair. There were the most students with brown hair. Question 2 says, which had less? Which was the smallest group? The smallest group was this one right here, right? This is a smaller chunk than the rest of them, and it belongs to red hair. There were only 33 students with red hair. So that is less. Which group had less? The red hair. Red hair. Cool. Number 3 says, were any the same? The blonde and black were kind of close in shape, but we can look at the numbers and see that 110 is not the same as 84. 261, that's a different number too, and 33. So none of them were the same. So the answer for that we'll say is other. So none of them were the same number, the same quantity, the same size. Number 4 asks us, what was the highest number? Highest is biggest. So which was the biggest number here? Well, this was the biggest chunk. And the number for that was 261. 261. That's the answer. 261 that we will write. 261. 261 is the highest number. 261 students had brown hair. Brown hair. Cool, alrighty. Now, our last question is, there's no wrong answer. It's whatever one you want to say. Which was your favorite? Which is your favorite color of hair? Is it brown hair, black hair, blonde hair, red hair, or some other color that's not here? Maybe gray hair, maybe purple hair. Some of you that were in my class at Danbury remember when I had purple hair. So which is your favorite? I think for me, my favorite is blonde hair because that's what I have. So blonde hair, I'm going to say that's my favorite. But you guys can say whatever you want. Your answer could be different from the color of hair that you have. That's very fine too. Cool, so guys, we did it. Let's see, we have our answers. We have our name. This looks complete. So we did it. We knocked out in almost 15 minutes. We knocked out both of our math worksheets. We did our graph and we did our counting. So great job, everybody. We did our math and I'll see you next time for our next lesson. Bye.